Well, the draft is over, the rain is coming, and I just needed to talk about my Pittsburgh Steelers because you know what? I wanted Shedeur Sanders. I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't want Shedeur Sanders, but I did not get Shedeur Sanders, and honestly, the Steelers have the most Steelers draft I've seen in a long time. Actually, they've had the most Steelers draft that I've seen since last year. So the Steelers did what the Steelers do. They are consistent. They do the things I think they're going to do. And so far, they've done nothing really that surprises me. And so that is just what we're going to do. And so I am a Steelers fan. And so I am also having to focus on my own personal discipline. I am really having to dig deep to make sure that I stay focused and to make sure that I stay disciplined as a fan. The thing about the Steelers that is interesting to me is I like consistency. I'm one of those women that is like, be consistent, be consistent. My Steelers are very consistent, but it frustrates me. It very much frustrates me. So let me just say that. However, the draft happened. We did what we did, and there's nothing I can do about it at this point. It just is what it is. I didn't get Shedeur Sanders, whatever. I just have to move on because I'm a Steelers fan and I'm a program woman before I'm a players person, so whatever. They didn't do anything fancy. They didn't step outside of their comfort zone. They didn't do anything I didn't expect them to do. It kind of was what it was. Look at this rain cloud moving in, but sorry, very random. Honestly though, the Steelers didn't do anything that I didn't expect them to do. They went D-line, they got D-linemen, they got a running back, they got a quarterback, like they did all the things. Very boring, very Steelers, very consistent, I guess. So let me just get into the draft picks, tell you what I thought about them. Let me put them up on the screen and let me just share my 2 cents about how I'm feeling. So, as I said before, here are our draft picks. You see our first round draft pick, D-tackle, go figure, yay, Oregon guy, woohoo, whatever. Running back, all right, Caleb Johnson, Iowa, okay, cool, whatever. Jack Sawyer, edge, Ohio State. Yay, I got to see Jack Sawyer be the reason why my team didn't move forward to the national championship game. I'm so excited. The Iowa defensive tackle, I'm kind of excited about him. I don't know, something about him I like. Will Howard, big arm, whatever, not shocking. And then obviously the linebacker and then the cornerback at the end. I mean, listen, this is as very Steelers as you can get. Nothing on here should be surprising anybody. If you know the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is a very Pittsburgh Steelers draft, and there's really nothing I can say about it. I wouldn't give any of these picks an A. I wouldn't give them an A+. I mean, I would give some like a B+. And again, the Steelers are right back where we started. We are better than average. We're not the worst. We didn't draft the worst. We didn't draft the best. We just kind of did what we did. We are maintaining the status quo because that is who we are. We maintain the status quo. Are any of these players going to be good? I don't know, because honestly, the Steelers haven't been drafting well, and the people that we have been getting haven't been very good. So I don't know if these players are going to be better. I don't know if the players last year are going to step up and be better. I don't really know what is going on. So this is me being a Steelers fan, okay? Nothing flashy, nothing whatever. I'm pretty sure we still haven't fixed the facilities. I'm pretty sure they look like a mess. I'm pretty sure the food is gross still. And yes, as you can tell, I'm very bothered about that. So I will continue to talk about it until they fix it. And I don't know if they're going to fix it, so I will continue to talk about it. I just have to accept that these are our draft picks. I have to accept that my team just does what my team does. And listen, we're Mike Tomlin. We are the best average team in the NFL. We have been the best average team in the NFL for probably the last 7 seasons, and that is just who we're going to be. So there's not really much I can say to that. One thing I did learn about this draft, we didn't take anybody that was going to take George Pickens' spot, and we didn't draft anybody that was going to take TJ Watt's spot. So everybody that was trying to talk about trades and this and that, come to find out, the Steelers had zero desire to trade away those 2 guys. So all the things that you hear, whatever, George Pickens unfollows and follows the Steelers very often. It is like a ritual. It is just like what he does. So I would take everything George Pickens does with a grain of salt. And I like Pickens. I love players like Pickens. So I'm never going to be on board with trading Pickens ever. The other thing we got are some undrafted free agents. So let me put those up and show you who we got in the undrafted free agent. Again, nothing really. It just kind of is what it is at this point. The Steelers just do what the Steelers do. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. And don't forget to turn on those notification bells so you never miss a video when I post. And maybe most importantly, leave me a comment in the comment section below because I love to engage with people on my videos. As a reminder, and I'm going to keep saying it, the NFL is not college football and college football is not the NFL. What I mean by that is there's a process at play about what happens next. Just because you're on a team today does not mean you're going to be on a team opening day. I will break down what I mean, but I just want to caution you, and as a reminder that I always say, the way the NFL does these things is very different than anything you've ever seen if you're just a college football fan. So brace yourself. It's going to get very interesting as we keep moving forward. I'm going to try to do my best to explain what I mean. I know that there's a lot of new fans that are watching the NFL for the first time, so I wanted to give a little bit of context. So what happens now is everybody that got drafted is obviously everybody that got drafted. Every team is going to call and reach out and try to get undrafted free agents. And so what happens is there's going to be rookie mini camp. When you have a rookie mini camp, all the rookies that you have, and I believe first year guys, if I'm not mistaken, all go to the rookie mini camp, and it's really a chance for you to really see what you are. The teams really get to work you out, see what you got going on, all those different things. There's a lot of other nuances that happen in between that, but I'm just going to skip to training camp because what you want is you want to go from NFL rookie mini camp and you want to get a training camp invite. There will only be 90 people that will get invited to training camp in the NFL, and training camp starts in July. So just because you sign a contract today, or just because you get drafted today, or just because you're an undrafted free agent today, doesn't mean that you're going to get a training camp invite for July. If you do get a training camp invite, you go and there's only 90 players in training camp. And then from training camp, the teams get trimmed down after the preseason games to a 53-man roster. The 53-man roster are the people who are active to play on game day. Now, for the NFL, you only can have 48 active players on game day. So what I am saying here is today or this weekend is the first kind of round to being on an NFL team. Just because you're on an NFL team today does not mean you're going to be on an NFL team on the first day of the first game in September. There's a lot of things that need to happen in between there. There's a lot of moving parts. I am just calling this out here because I know that there's a ton of people that just started watching the NFL or are following people from college football to the NFL, and this is your first time. So I'm trying to give you just a little piece of advice here so that you know what to expect, what's going on, what's taking place, how it's happening, and things of that nature. So I hope that makes a lot of sense on what is going on, what to expect as we move forward. I don't feel extremely happy. I don't feel extremely sad. I feel like my Steelers just maintained what the Steelers are, so I don't even know what to say to that. But here's my reaction to my NFL draft. Here's my reaction to the Steelers. Do I still want Shedeur? Yes. Am I sad we didn't get him? Yes. But it is what it is. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to trust the program. I'm going to trust Mike Tomlin. I'm going to trust whatever they have going on. Although I don't like it, I just have to pick up myself and move on. Let's just see what happens, and let's see how these draft picks turn out. Because we all know, historically, they have not been turning out very well for us. The draft is over. The Steelers are still the Steelers. The Steelers are still the most consistent team I've ever supported in my entire life, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what to say, but honestly, there's nothing I can say or do. I have a choice. I can either be supportive or I can keep complaining about it or kind of be somewhere in the middle, and I think I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, and that's all I can do at this point. So I don't know. What do you want me to do? Okay, I'm not perfect. The hardest part about being a Steelers fan is I always feel like I am waiting for them to do something. Like I always feel like they are testing my patience, or that I'm having to control my emotions, or that I'm having to always be mature and I'm having to always be emotionally intelligent. I want the Steelers to do something where I'm like, they did what? They did what? And you know what? And now that I say that, they did get DK Metcalf. That shocked me, but I don't know. The Steelers just... They're my team. They're my babies. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how I feel right now. I just feel very blah. And I feel like basically the Steelers are just very blah right now. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let me get off of this before this rain comes down. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling. So if you're wanting to know how I feel, this is how I feel about the Steelers draft. I don't even know what to say at this point. The Steelers just keep doing, really, they keep doing the most Steelers thing. Anyways, I'll see you in my next video.